Hey guys, welcome to another explain full flight video. Here we are at Perth airport as we have left off the last video, and we are currently in the domestic terminal instead. And I know this plane is a little bit too big for this gate, but it's a little bit fine. I mean, I know I'm on top of another static aircraft, but yeah, it's fine, right? It's fine. Um, I wouldn't be doing this if there was the ATC in here, so yeah, you don't have to worry about that. So, anyways, in the meantime, let me give you some quick information about the flights, I guess. So, we are at Perth Airport. We are Qantas 768, scheduled to depart from here towards Melbourne. Our alternate airport is Sydney. Cruise altitude is flight level 330. Fuel count is 44 tons. Extra weight of 30 tons. Departure timing. The scheduled departure timing was in, I think, around 10 minutes from now, but the real life the plane is actually delayed, so yeah. And now that I think about it, the scheduled time is probably 3 minutes before. I mean, we're 3 minutes late after the scheduled time, but then the real life flight is delayed, so now the actual scheduled departure time is in 42 minutes, so yeah, it's fine. The flight time will be around 3 hours and 15 minutes if I am right. We should arrive at 11 Zulu. So yeah, that should be about it for the information about this flight. Melbourne Tower, I mean not Melbourne Tower, Melbourne Approach is currently online, so I hope Melbourne Approach can stay online until I arrive in Melbourne, but I doubt so because yeah, the flight is like 3 hours long. So let's just get ready with the cockpit about everything. Let me turn off the never mind, I will keep the APU on because I need the parking brakes to stay on. If not, the plane might slide away. So yeah, let's just turn on everything, and alright, let us go ahead and tinker around with our FMC. Let's request our route, which is Yankee Papa Papa Hotel Yankee Mike Limo, Perth to Melbourne 01, and of course there is no invalid waypoints, which is definitely always nice. We are, like I said, Qantas 768. Runway, let's check. I haven't really replanned this thing. I just took whatever Steam Brief gave me, so now I need to check the runway for departure. The winds at Perth is 010 at 15. So runway 03 will be our departure runway. For our departure, the star is the MEMUP to departure. I mean, I'll say it, not star. Go MEMUP to departure. For our arrival, it is the WENDY 5 Alpha arrival. WENDY 5 Alpha arrival. Current winds at Melbourne is 340 at 07. The planned runway arrival is, let me check really quickly, runway 34. So when we do runway 34, there is no ILS runway 34, so I guess I will do RNF runway 34. Yeah, I might change it to another runway later on if the winds change. So that is the current plan, and everything should be in and should be fine. So let's activate and execute this flight. Should be a short one, I hope so. Let's request the data reserves. Let me calculate the reserves. Contingency 1.8k. Hold on. It should be about 8. They are giving me 8 extra tons of fuel, so I should probably remove it, but I don't think I can, to be honest. Yeah, I'm a bit heavy, but it's alright. The reserves is 11.6 tons apparently. It's quite a lot, but yeah, whatever. Cost index, they did not give me one, so I will just put in some number, which I guess I can put in 80. Cruise altitude is flight level 330, and everything should be fine. Let me reduce the cost index. Hold on. To something like 45. Yeah, apparently it's to flight level 370. So let me change my flight plan to flight level 370 as the cruise altitude. Alright, that is done. The arrival gate is gate 23 or stand 23, so yeah, that's something I can keep track of. Hold on. Stand 23. Alright, this is done. Thrust limiters, the runway is how long? 3.4 kilometers long. Negative 15% and 1 should be fine. Takeoff flaps 5. It's a bit risky. I'll do negative 5% then. Let's request the trims data. Takeoff gross rate is 241, and those are my V speeds. V2 is 162, and I have no idea what the aircraft is turning left and right, but whatever. So that is it for that part. Flight director and auto throttle goes on. Switch you to track mode. LNAV and flight change goes on. V2 goes on. Switch you to flight level 330. Weather radar airport data goes on. VORA goes on. Switch you to hectopascals, and the Perth QNH is 1014. Right, there we go. QNH 1014, and that should be it. I'm correct. So outbreak set to RTO, and we are ready for start. So our APU is on, so we can disconnect ground power. Grab away all the ground handling. Disconnect ground power. Turn in the fuel pumps. Beacon lights go on, and the hydraulics go on too. Flight deck door goes to arm. There we go. And we don't really need to tell anyone what we are doing, because the closest flight we have has already departed from Perth, and the second closest flight we have from Perth is all the way at Adelaide, which is like 2 hours away. So yeah, that's no point. It's calling the tug master too. I can lock the tug master, take off our parking brakes, and all the ground handling should also disappear in the meantime. And that isn't right, but whatever. Okay, let me take note of my departure timing first, and let's get out of here. There we go. Engine number 2 starts. And we'll be doing tail right, nose left. If it isn't obvious enough already. And the fuel flow. That engine start was quite fast. My flaps is not set, so that's something I still have to set, and my trims too. That engine 1 start. And the fuel flow. Wow, the engine is seriously fast. It's probably because of the bug of this plane. Sometimes it starts super fast, sometimes it takes forever. Spoilers go to R. You can see the attack. Oh god. I see why the Tuck Master is so buggy because of my plane. I should probably set the parking brakes if I want to do this, so whatever. Goodbye. Just close it and we should be gone. There we go. Alright. Set flaps to 5. In the meantime, APU can go off, and that should be about it for that panel. So let's get out of here. Before we get out of here, let's just let me show you the taxi routes if I can. Alright, there we go. We are basically somewhere over here on Delta. So we'll be taxiing out of Delta, turn right over here on Alpha, all the way down to the holding point Alpha 11, and that should be it. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So let's get out of here. And I was actually thinking about using the 737. Yeah. But I don't think it was a good idea just now, because the real plane, or real life plane, is an A330, and the 738 is quite small for that plane. And although the 777 is actually quite bigger than the plane, I mean, it's fine. It's kinda similar-ish, so whatever. Guess we gotta say goodbye to Perth Airport soon. Are we clipping that thing? I don't so. Yeah, we're not clipping that thing on our left, that building. I hope I am at the right place. No, hold on. Let me hold over here first. Did I turn in at the wrong place? Yep, I did. Such embarrassing moments. Where is the runway actually? Oh, the runway is right there. So yeah, I did go to the right place. So what am I talking about? Guess we are on Juliet 1 then. Yep. We are not on Delta anymore. I'm trying to connect to Navigraph's Simlink because I need to make sure that I'm at the right position. So hold on a second. Turn on our strobe lights. It's because we are crossing the runway. Oh god. Can't you connect it to simulator? Come on, Navigraph. What are you doing, Navigraph?
Approaching 06.
Yeah, it is connected, so let's see. Can you connect now? There we go, finally. So our right here is alpha. And we can turn off our strobe lights. I didn't even turn on the taxi lights, good job me, but well, whatever, it's the daytime. Can see in front of me at least. Should be a generally short taxi. The auto looks a bit weird, to be honest. I know I mentioned it in the last video, but yeah, it's quite blurry. It's the word, I think. Yeah, I think it's blurry. Might try to like install another airport for Perth. I mean, another scenery package. It's probably the better idea, but I doubt I'll be flying back to Perth again. So yeah, at least on video, so whatever. This should be Alpha 9 right there, that sign there. Apparently it's not, and it says Alpha 3. Alright, whatever. Right, we are ready, almost ready for departure. Set our transponder to TRA. Make sure there's no one online on Perth. Yep, there's no ATC online, so we are ready to get out of here. Right. I don't think anybody should be taking off or anything. So, I mean landing, not taking off. Landing lights can go on, strobe lights
Approaching
off, taxi lights
03.
and let's line up the runway. Alright, here we go. E1. Rotate. Positive rate of climb, gear up. Beautiful takeoff there from Perth. Flaps 1. Still on manual control. That's Perth City right there, I think. Right. Trying to maintain around 10 degrees nose up. Flaps up. Set my autopilot panel I think to 250 knots, and set the V speeds to 2000 feet per minute, and autopilot can go to on as it starts its right turn. Flaps up. Oh, flaps is already up, never mind. Alright. Looks quite reflective, that surface there. Interestingly. Yeah, look at that, it's quite reflective. Ah, I guess it's just a shadow that's looking reflective. Yeah. Look at those clouds though. And the lighting of the sun. Definitely quite nice. It's a small airport there too. I reckon increase our climb rate to 3000 feet per minute. Should be possible. And that's Perth Airport right. What is the transition of this place? Let's see. Flight level 100. And the reflection is quite delayed, I'd say so. I think the reflection is still when we are somewhere there. Interesting. How is the speed going? Should be fine. We are basically at our maximum climb rate possible. Let's change to flight change speed. So yeah, there we go. Much better. And we are nearly at our transition. In the meantime, landing lights can go off because we're also approaching 10,000 feet for that. Right, we can change to standard altimeter now. There we go. And we can start to enjoy the view. Hold on, in the meantime, let's reduce the climb rate a little bit and increase the speed to 200 and knots. Let me check the cruising speed. The cruise speed is Mach 0.841. Okay, fine, I will do Mach 0.841 then. It is 301 knots for Mach 0.841. 301 knot is set. Alright. Yes, everything is set and ready to go. So we can enjoy the scenery from here. I think the right side has much calming scenery than the left side, because the left side is basically desertish. It's a lot of brown going on there, so yeah. Alright, I guess I will cut from here, and I will see you guys back when I am at the top of descent. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the music, and I will see you guys in a moment. So guys, we are nearly at our top of descent, and well, quick update about where if Melbourne Tower is online. Melbourne Tower is not online, so yeah, I don't think we'll have ATC for today. So guess we can get ready for our descent. So for our first altitude to descend, it is flight level 190. So we'll set flight level 190. Increase the radar zoom so that I can decrease it at the right feet per minute. And I guess we can start our descent. There is no one at Melbourne at all, at least for arriving. The departing ones are towards the east, and we are coming in from the west. So yeah. Anyways, let's set our speed down to 300 knots, and we can begin our slow descent into Melbourne. Thousand 300 feet per minute is enough. And auto brakes, the Melbourne's runway that we're landing on, runway 34, should be quite long, and it is 3.65 kilometers long, and therefore auto brakes 1 is definitely enough. There we go. Auto brakes has been set to 1. I think I might need some speed brakes, I'm not sure. Maybe I've set to 280 knots, and I'll put some speed brakes in to help it descend. So we are of course doing RNF, runway 34. We are not doing ILS today, so we will have to do everything manually via these autopilot panels, and I have to judge when I have to descend myself, and just to bring it in so that you guys know how it will work. So basically, at least this is what I think how it works. This is the approach path for the RNF exec arrival for runway 34. We will be coming in the approach path at Agdal, and yeah, when we're at Agdal, come on, there we go. When we're at Agdal, we should be at 3,000 feet, and when we are 4.3 DME out from the airport, we will start to descend at 3 degrees descent rate down to runway 34. Now I am not sure how much is 3 degrees. So I think this is how much it is, 1,340 feet per minute, but I guess the closest I can get is 1,300 feet per minute. Either that or it is 2,600 feet per minute, which yeah. So anyways, I think it should be 1,040. Yeah. So our minimums is also 360 for radio, if I'm correct. Should be for radio 360. So let us set 360 for our minimums. There we go, 360 is set. So let's return back to the approach path, and well, 2.5 and 2 kilometers out. Alright. Oh, I see how far it is. So I don't have VNAV on, so I'll just take LNAV. It's 450 instead. So there we go, 450. Which is 2.5 kilometers out from the runway, and it should be fine. So as for our start approach, we are doing the, let's see, what was the approach path for our, should be WENDY 2 alpha, if I'm correct, or WENDY 5 alpha, right? WENDY 5 alpha, runway 34 RNF arrival. Alright. So this is our star arrival. We will be in the star arrival once we are at WENDY, and we will go to Tina, which is 23 nautical miles separated. And after that, we will turn right, heading to MEMUP. separating from the other runway, and this is for runway 34. So we will turn right at 88 degrees, and at MEMUP we have to be at 230 knots, and once we're level we have to turn right to Opgale, turn left to Agdol, and finally turn left onto the RNF arrival for runway 34 at Melbourne. And Essendon is right there also, so that is something to know, I guess. Guess that's about it. We can check on Backtastic, but Melbourne Centre or Melbourne Centre, Melbourne Tower, Melbourne Approach, or Melbourne Ground, none of them is basically online. So yeah, there is actually 4 arrivals from Melbourne, and we're over there. So yeah, there's the Qantas 465 over there from Sydney. So that maybe he'll arrive at around the same time as me. If that is so, then that would be nice. Maybe it would attract any ATC attention, and if I attract any ATC attention, that would be nice, because we would I mean, I prefer to have some ATC along the way, so that it's much better. So anyways, let's get back into X-Plane. Switch to U, there we go, switch the mode. And we are still descending down to our airport. And as for the FMC, basically everything has not changed, so I don't really need to care about it much. As for our arrival, I mean our landing weight, my estimated weight that I will say, because I'm using the spoilers and stuff, which means it is guzzling in more fuel, it will be 220 tons. So if that is so, our landing weight is 145. I mean, our landing speed is 145. But of course, I have to check on it later on to see how much my landing weight actually is. So next up is Melbourne's ATIS information. The ATIS information is given 13 minutes ago. Winds are 360 degrees at 11 knots, which should be fine. As for our landing runway is runway 34, so we'll have a tiny bit of crosswind, which is perfectly fine. As for the QNH, it is 1006, and there is no significant change. So that's something we can take note of. So we set our QNH to 1006. There we go, QNH is set. We are ready to change the QNH whenever we need to. Speaking of the QNH change, I shall check the transition level, which is flight level 110, which is still a long ways to go, so it is fine. Alright, so I guess that is done for the before descent stuff. I can check my checklist right here, which I should probably do so. Before descent, FMC is set, anti-ice is always on auto, auto brakes is set to 1, landing data has been set. I will confirm that once again later on. Approach briefing has been complete, so that is about it. So I guess I will come back, I will be right back in a second when I am under 10,000 feet. So yes, right, we are approaching 10,000 feet fairly soon, and let's just set our speed to 250 knots first. Unfortunately, Melbourne Tower approach or ground is still not online, so yeah, I guess no attention was apparently noticed by any of the controllers, so I guess we'll just arrive in Melbourne without any controllers. And although that traffic, the other 738 that I was talking about is of course arriving very soon too. If I'm correct, he might come in before me, so yep, unless of course he is at a lower speed than me, but I doubt so, because he is at 17,000 feet with a ground speed of 400 knots, so not 400 knots, 400 ground speed basically, and I'm at like 260, so it's a lot of difference there. And quite far out too. We are about, let's see, how far are we out from Melbourne? We are about 15 nautical miles out from Melbourne, so it's not really that far, but yeah. Could possibly let's see, 15 nautical miles could possibly be at like 12,500 feet now and still be fine for descending. So maybe I'm a bit early on the descent path, but oh well, whatever, it's fine. And we are well past our altimeter change, so let's just change now our altimeter setting. And yeah, we're lower than what we thought we would be, so that's even worse, I guess. Look at the street lights there. It's quite nice, to be honest. Although I'm pretty sure I can add more of them if I decide to increase my number of world objects, but of course my CPU will scream at me for doing that. Spoilers can set to arm, landing lights can come on too, because we are under 10,000 feet now. And we are approaching the WENDY 5 Alpha star arrival. So we are currently in the WENDY 5 star arrival. So yeah, we're still quite far out, so it's alright though. I'll stay at 250 knots until after Tina, which after that I will slow down to 230 knots. And I don't need that high of a descent too either. Well, I guess I can talk about some stuff, random stuff in the meantime, I guess. So, basically, random story of the day, I guess. For those who don't know, well, probably everybody does not know, except for my close friends. I wear spectacles when I am using the computer. So, what sucks about it was that, you know how spectacles has those two little bumpy things that sits on top of your nose that help support the spectacles for, like, I mean, comfortability. Well, both of them came off. The first one came off a long time ago, but I was surviving with one. The other one came off today, so basically the whole spectacles is coming down on my nose, and not on my nose, but on top of my nose. And of course, the part in between the comfort buds thingy and the thing that holds the buds thingy is metal, and well, of course the shape of it isn't that great either, so it's pretty sharp. And yeah, it's just unfortunate for me to get that. I guess I will suffer in this annoying pain for however long that I want to keep these spectacles for. So I guess rip my nose then. Wouldn't be surprised if there's gonna be like 2 dots on my parts, that I mean the 2 dots on top of my nose where I put my spectacles on. So yeah, and we're not even close to passing Tina. Are you serious? Wow. Alright, whatever. Looks like the other plane is heading for another runway. Let's see, which runway is he heading for? Looks like he's heading for runway 27, which is like a direct entry, so whatever. Let's reduce the radar zoom. So this is ought to be the slowest descent ever that I have made, because I think I miscalculated a little bit on my top of descent. So that's not good. I don't think so. Basically, I just look at the numbers and just wing it on how, where and when should I descend and where should I descend to. So that's why sometimes it's a little bit fast, sometimes a little bit slow, and sometimes, or rarely, it is perfect. But yeah, I normally take it about, so that every 3 to 6 nautical miles is 1,000 feet, and if there's multiple 3 nautical miles in succession, the next one, which is like something like this nautical mile here, I'll put another 1,000 feet just for any buffers of any steep descent. And yeah, kind of horrible. Hey, there's Melbourne over there. YMML is over there, and for some reason those other airports are not being displayed. I guess those, oh god, the wind just changed. I guess those airports are not really in the system. And of course we just got a headwind. Not a surprise there. Let's see, what is our final altitude at Sigdal? Ekdal, 3,000 feet. Alright, there we go, 3,000 feet is set. Let's just continue our descent at 250 knots because I can. I will have to slow down to 230 knots for the next waypoint though, so I will wait for that because yeah, I'm trying to hurry a little bit up, I guess, because there has been a painful wait for the slow descent of less than 1,000 feet per minute for most of the time. And the Qantas 485 is basically, I'm pretty sure it's coming in runway 27. I'm bringing it in to show you guys. There we go. She should be coming in runway 27. So yep, he's definitely coming in runway 27 with that altitude. Not a surprise though. If you're lucky, we can see him. Oh yeah, look at that, he's right there. There's a Jetstar 680 on the ground too. There it is. We just got a recap. Watch him land. It's 738. And there he comes. Below the earth now. Wow. Oh, he has landed, I guess. Yes. Might not vacate off in time. He's fine. Alright, oh yeah, we should probably slow down for this waypoint, because there is a speed limit. I probably shouldn't tab out to make that loud wind sound. Oh, that's Melbourne City right there. Wow. And I won't be surprised if we have to taxi for a long time, because the exit point of the runway 34 I mean, if I were to vacate near the end of runway 34, yeah, it would be quite a long taxi. And Melbourne still has no controller online. Runway heading is, it's runway heading 340. Wow, on the dots. Let's see. And the whole city is kind of loading in now. Looks fantastic. If there wasn't this background texture, I could just take a screenshot here for my XP11 loading screen. So it looks like a nice loading screen. Somewhere over here, whatever. But yeah, the 777 has this annoying unremovable backlighting. It's fine on the upper head panel though, so it's quite weird. Whatever. I guess I'll speed to 200 knots now. For left turn, I'm gonna alt tab out, and again, there's no wind sounds, which is pretty nice. I have to judge when I have to land, turn in. So let's bring in the Navigraph, and you can see that I'm over there. I'm turning left onto Ekdol and onto the approach for RNF runway 34. So after Ekdol, in between Ekdol and the following waypoint, which is Mike Lima Sierra Foxtrot, when I'm at 4.3 nautical mile out from the airport, I will have to start to descend. So anyways, flaps 1. The meantime, and we are coming in at 3,000 feet very soon. As for the distance from the airport, if it does not show any DME over here, I will use this as a guideline, which should be pretty simple. For 4.3 nautical mile, basically after this, which is probably 0.6 nautical mile left for Mike Sierra Foxtrot. So yeah, set you to 0 feet. Flaps 5. Prepare the V speeds. Oh no. And we can start to descend. It has 2 red, 2 pink. I mean, 3 whites. Oh, never mind. Why did I mention pink? Let's reduce our speed to landing speed, which let me check for landing speed. It's at 219 for landing speed, and it's still the same. So 145 is landing speed. Let's just set 145 knots with speed brakes in, because yeah, we are coming in hot. Gears down, flaps and set to 15 right away, because if not, we might miss the runway. Flaps 20. Flaps 25. And flaps 30. Full on speed brakes and stuff. Gear is fully down. Wait for the throttle to stabilize, and we can start the disconnection of the autopilot. Alright, the throttles are stable. Throttle is mine and plane is mine now. Oh wait, hold on, the speed brakes. Oh god. I'm a bit low, most definitely. I'm pretty sure all of you can agree to that. Put a bit more power for the speed that I need. I'm just trying to stay a little bit level, but still descending a little bit. Put in some trims to help me. There we go, much better. Definitely a bit low, but it's fine. We'll just have to descend at the lower rate of descent.
Approaching 3, 4.
I swear if anybody is taking off on runway 34 or runway 16, that would not be good in a way, which there's no one, right? It's fine. There's no callouts either, so rip me. Approaching minimums. Minimums continue. And the auto in Melbourne looks much better than in Perth, so yep. 70 feet, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, engines idle. And oh, there's a hard land. I don't believe, man. Wow. Alright, whatever. Apparently that's our landing speed. I mean landing rates. And welcome to Melbourne, I guess. Reversers can be off and spoilers come down. Manual braking, all brakes off. And spoilers down, please. Flaps are up. And we will vacate to the right here. We turn get out the taxi map or the airport charts. Nope, I don't want that view. As for the terminal that we are scheduled to be at, it is gate number 23, which is I think it's terminal 2, gate 3 or something. I'm not sure. I have to check though. Hold on, let me set my parking brakes here and let me check Qantas 768. As for the landing speed, SimStall says that it is -2901. I'll take that over the whatever the game has said. As for the arrival timing, it is calculate that 10:53 Zulu, which is 7 minutes early for the date schedule. So terminal 1 gate 23. That is seriously far in. Oh god. Whatever. It's fine. I shall just bring in the thingy if I can. So basically we are on Foxtrot. We'll taxi straight on Foxtrot, turn right on Echo, turn right on Papa here, go on Tango, turn right here into Tango, and turn right into stand 23, which is over there. So that is pretty far away, but it's fine. So let's put in a bit more power. Speed brakes can go to unarmed. Landing lights come off, strobe lights go off, taxi lights go on, NDI set to off, transponder set to standby. Weather radar can go off. Auto throttle and flight director goes disarm. And that should be about it. So let's continue our taxi to stand number 23 at Terminal 1. I don't think there's anybody over here. I think think both of them disconnected. The other one was some guy who was I think he might be experiencing some technical issues because yeah, he wasn't an arrival flight. So anyways, let me put in my landing clip right here. And welcome back. And I don't think I believe that QNH setting, unless of course the airport elevation is 400. Oh yeah, it is definitely. The airport elevation is around 410 feet, so I mean I can kind of believe it a little bit. So yeah, we'll turn right over here onto Papa and turn left over here on Tango. Oh, hold on. Let me put my parking brakes here. I didn't really check the notes there. Taxiway Tango between Taxiway Romeo and Taxiway Quebec. Max wingspan of 60.3 meter. Great. Because my aircraft is larger than that wingspan, so I guess I will park right in front. One of the gates are up here because my wingspan is too big for the entry to stand number 23. So one of these gates up here should be fine because it's still a Qantas terminal. So yep, should have picked the 738 instead. And I'm pretty sure one of this gate might not be fine because it's quite small. But it's too late now to go back, so let's we'll just pick one of these gates. The first one right here, Charlie 10, should be fine. And it is an auto gate, so that is pretty nice. It's definitely quite hot. There we go. As for the auto gate thingy, I don't really care. To be fair, parking brakes set. Whatever. There is no thingy to guide me either, so there's no point trying to follow the auto gate. I'm inside the terminal, but who cares? Whatever. Anyways, let us just. I didn't even start my APU. Okay, whatever. APU can go on. The lights can go off in the meantime. APU should be on, so I guess power cut. Beacon lights go off. Correct the ground handling. Yeah, come on, ground handling. Passenger sirens go off. The ground power can stick you in. Put in the ground power, turn on the APU, batteries, hydraulics, fuel pumps, pressurizations, bleeds, packs, generators, and windows heats should be fine, and recirculation plus cooling. So that will mark the end of this flight. Can I move my camera? Okay. Why can I only... What? Well, hello game. Did you unmap my keybind? No. What? I can't move up. Is this game trolling me? What about I'll use my mouse then? Works too. I'm there we go. Much better. Anyways, guess this will mark the end of this flight. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next flight sim video or whatever video I decide to post. So yeah, probably a 738 video next, because Australia is quite I mean, the distance between the countries in Australia is quite small unless I decide to fly out of Australia. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.